Good evening and welcome to session 3 of our grief series. Going through this as a method to try differently and hopefully help someone else who may be going through their own grief process or their waves and maybe feeling a little bit alone, because grief can have that effect. Makes you feel isolated sometimes. So, entry number 3. Today started like any other. Wake up for work. After brushing my teeth, I let the dogs out, then start my coffee pot. Finally, I sit at my desk to turn on my computer. I can feel the heaviness of the room weigh down on me as I sit there in silence waiting for my computer to get to the login screen. The motion of the screen snaps me out of my blank, motionless moment. I log in, open my email, but then just sit there staring at the screen for a bit, not sure what I'm supposed to do. Then I hear the dog scratching to get back in. With a sigh, I get up, let them in, and sit back down in front of my computer. I search through my calendar to see what meetings I might have for the day. Then sit staring at the screen again, with the fog of misdirection of what I'm supposed to do next. I feel a nudge at my leg. It's my dog wanting me to throw her ball. I pet her head, throw her ball, then go back to the screen. I decide to turn on the TV for background noise, then find my computer timed out, so I quickly hit Control-Alt-Delete to log back in. Staring at the screen again, I let out a sigh as the fog settles again. For the life of me, I can't figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. This goes on pretty much most of the day. I have moments of productivity, but they are few and far between. My moments of silent spacing out are often interrupted by my dogs, or a meeting occurring where I have to maintain attention. The feeling during these moments of fog are heavy, they're sad, and they make my body feel drained. I attempt to reactivate my brain with work-related tasks, but it's futile because I end up starting many tasks but completing none. By the time it's time to get off work, my body feels incredibly tired. So, I lock my computer and move to the lounger to decompress before attempting to take care of my domestic duties and work on my business tasks. It all seems daunting in my current state of mind, but I know it has to be done eventually. This is one of those days where my grief seems to have me in a fog of robotic movements that feel like my battery is low. During my decompression time, the show I'm watching has a scene that makes me choke up. But I don't know why, because the scene isn't sad or similar to something I've gone through. So, I practice my method. Breathe and push back the tears. I push back the emotion of guilt for not going through the emotions. I don't want to go through the motions because I feel like I'll never stop. I remember when my mother first passed away, my crying was out of control. In every moment, I felt her absence. In every moment, I realized just how much she would not be showing up for. In every moment, I realized how many future events of my and my boys' lives she wouldn't be there for. She was so integrated into our daily lives that every moment after her death was a punch to my heart. So, in order to move on, as they say, I learned to push down those emotions and control my crying. I cultivated a way to bypass situations that caused me to feel her loss. In those moments, I also was pushed to remember others that have gone, making me realize just how impacted my life has been to loss. I wonder at times how different my life would have been if those people were still here or stayed alive long enough to watch me grow up. I also wonder how different I will be not having my mother around. Given that I struggle finding true joy in my accomplishments, I can see that change slowly creeping in. It's scary sometimes. But then I think this is just one more event in my life that requires me to power through by pushing emotions down. My logical brain understands that it will not work all the time, and eventually my irrational emotional side will expose itself eventually, and usually at a time that's not optimal. It is amazing how this all works, and how I find ways to cope. I am grateful for my children who allow me moments of pride and reconnection to keep me moving forward. I find strength in them, but I am not sure they realize that now that they are building their own lives. I am grateful my mother got to spend so much time with them to help mold them and enjoy watching them turn out the way they have. I pray days like this are fewer, but at the same time I pray they aren't. I know when these days become fewer, that means her loss isn't felt as greatly, which makes me feel like I'll forget her more. Once that happens, I'm not sure if that means I'll be able to find more joy, or if it means I'll be more numb than I am now most days. I am hoping I will have less days of fog, but more moments of joy I can feel. So, fog days happen a lot. But I made it through to the end of the day, which means that you can too. It's a struggle. It's hard, but like I've said in the last two sessions, as long as you make it through and you get up the next day and keep trying, keep moving forward, that's what matters. And you process the way you need to. All right, so that's it for tonight. God bless you guys, and I'll see you next time.